Artemus Toast here, along with,
Little Toast.
and the family and I recently got back from New York City, and it was all kinds of awesome. Trademark. We've been before, and as before, it was all kinds of awesome. Saw a lot of cool stuff. What was some of your favorite parts?
My favorite part was Coney Island
Yeah.
and just walking around in the city and seeing different things.
Yeah, I mean, besides Coney Island, was there in Manhattan, was there like a favorite thing that we saw this time?
I think the 9/11 Memorial was one of my favorites.
Yeah. Last time we were in New York City, we didn't get an opportunity. We saw the reflecting pool last time, the reflecting pools, but we didn't get to see the memorial itself. Um, you know, I mean, out of respect, I didn't, upload a video about it, didn't take a lot of pictures there. But it was neat the way it was preserved, and, definitely a great memorial, to that tragic day. Food, let's talk about food. Let's change the subject here. What was your favorite place to eat?
Nathan's.
Yeah.
First time I've ever had it, and it was really good.
Yeah, true. When we were on Coney Island, though we have been in New York City before, the first time at Coney Island, one of the things, I know I had to do was eat a hot dog at Nathan's, and it was
Really good.
really good, what do you think about that pizza we had?
It was really good.
I'll go so far as to say that it's the best pizza I ever had in my life. I think it was pronounced Sabrizzi's or Caprizi's. It was, if I'm not mistaken, on 8th. Off of 8th Avenue.
What about the Mexican restaurant that we ate at?
Oh, we ate at a great burrito place, and forgive me,
Tostitos or something like that.
I can't remember the name. Forgive me. I'd like to give him a shout out.
Really good guacamole.
Yeah, guacamole was great. What'd you get? I know me and Mrs. Toast got burritos. What'd you get?
I got a quesadilla.
Yeah, it was really good. The funny thing about it was, I mean, it's New York City, so we're sitting in the dining area, just me, Mrs. Toast, and Lil Toast, and we're facing out the restaurant, and it must have been garbage day because there was a pile of garbage, hired in cars, and the garbage truck was right there, so that was our fine view.
Yeah, it was really loud too.
Yeah.
And it finally left as soon as we left.
Yeah, it was funny, but I'm gonna put the name of the burrito place, when I edit. Darn fine burrito, great guacamole. It's just funny that the big pile of trash and the atmosphere. What else did we do? We got to see Grand Central Station for the first time. I'm sure there might be some footage playing of it back here. Some New York City footage is going to be back here, and then my previous upload were some random New York sites. As we stated at a video that we made while we were in New York City, I thought it was pretty cool that we're just walking to the New York Public Library, and we see this big crowd to the left behind Bryant Park, and it's no big deal, just Nicki Minaj, getting out of a car. I thought that was interesting. I know I'm the world's greatest guitarist. Of course I'm gonna get recognized, but when on vacation, I'm in disguise, so I don't get that kind of attention, on purpose, because I don't need it. That's what vacation's about. What else do we do? The squirrels in Washington Square Park.
So, when we were walking, we seen a few squirrels in this little fenced area, and they were running around, obviously, like regular squirrels do. And then one started coming up to us, and it wasn't scared of us at all. It was just looking at us.
Yeah, it was, expecting food or something. And
they're from New York, basically, so.
yeah, I mean, we're in a rural area. We can't get within 15, 20 feet of a squirrel before it goes nuts and runs away. But these New York City squirrels, I mean,
They don't care.
they'll walk right up to your shoe. They'll knock on your toe and ask for food. So that was a big difference there. Kind of like, we've been to Washington D.C. D.C. squirrels are like that too. I mean, they'll get pretty close to you, but Pennsylvania squirrels, at least not near, kind of out in the country, they're still country squirrels. You know what I mean? They kind of run. Kind of got off subject there.
Scared, yeah.
Yeah, squirrel talk. Welcome to Squirrel Talk with Artemus Toast and
Lil Toast.
But anyway, back to New York. Yeah, there's definitely some. I think I'm gonna put some time lapse footage back here.
Ooh, we got to go see Casey Neistat's office.
Oh, true. Yeah, we went to. We took an Uber to. What was it?
368.
368 Broadway. We saw not only 368, we also saw, you see the windows of his studio. We found out later, kind of by watching his vlog, that I think the time that we were there was the same time he was picking up Dan Mace from the airport. We didn't want to bug him. If we saw him by chance, it would have been cool, but it was really close to Chinatown, so we then walked to Chinatown.
Yeah.
We ate in Little Italy, and you know what? I'm gonna go off on a rant here real quick. All right, people are lined up, and this is for tourists. You don't want to get caught in a tourist trap. You're walking up and down the streets, through Little Italy and Chinatown, and in Little Italy, there's going to be a lot of gentlemen outside with menus, just throwing menus at you and corralling you into the restaurant for lunch. We got caught up. It just so happened, Mrs. Toast, myself, and Lil Toast, we were hungry, and we got thrown into a restaurant, which was fine. We were planning on eating Italian food. And they also serve breakfast all day at pretty much every restaurant we've ever been to in New York City, except for like Taco Bell. Yeah, and you gotta watch, because they'll mess up your menu. Drink refills are not free. Keep an eye out on that, and sometimes the appetizers will be the appetizer for one or for three, and you don't realize that you're ordering basically 3 times the price of the appetizer. Well, anyway, you sometimes you got to be careful that you don't end up with the higher lunch bill than you anticipated. But that's a little bit of tourist advice.
I also got to try bubble tea.
Oh yeah, I guess bubble tea is a thing. But
Tapioca.
yeah, tapioca and
Pearl things.
yeah, I tried a bit of it myself. Wasn't a fan, but got to try that right in Chinatown. Although they, later on we found out they sold it like everywhere. Trying to think what else. I talked about the greatest pizza I ever had in my entire life. Once again, shout out to Sabrizi's. And
Went to Times Square.
yeah, I went to Times Square again. We stayed very close to Times Square, like 2 blocks up.
Went to the BTS store.
Yeah, she got to go to the BTS store. We did. I'll put the link down below. We did a reaction to one of their songs. Yeah, they had a store right there in Times Square. Really cool. Lil Toast. It happened to be her birthday, so picked up a couple things. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Video's kind of running long. More New York stuff to come. That's about it. Artemis Toast out.
Lil Toast out.